right, so welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, AD744. So today, guys, we're live with Tenant Item, and today we'll be discussing about the headlines of the weekend. We had a lot of interesting games this weekend, a lot of big games, a lot of crazy results, and yeah, so this will be obviously the second to last one we'll do before the international break. We'll have one next week, and then obviously we'll have a 2-week break, I think, right?
Basically.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's not waste any further time and let's get started. And you guys were wondering, why am I back in match day 1 since we already discussed about this? Well, the game did take place on Monday, and that was Leicester 1, Tottenham 1. I mean, honestly, the big headlines from this game is that Jamie Vardy basically told Tottenham, you guys are a small club and that we're a bigger club. We won a Premier League.
Yeah. I mean, at that time, Tottenham fans were upset. Not with the Jamie Vardy, really, but more that they didn't win.
Yeah, because Tottenham took the early lead, and then obviously Leicester City equalized the second half. Vardy scored, and like I said, man, Vardy is right. Leicester is bigger than Tottenham. That it might seem like a hot take, but it really isn't. Like Leicester City have more heritage than Tottenham. Do you agree with me on this?
I mean, would that mean Newcastle has less heritage than Leicester? Even though both Spurs and Newcastle have won more trophies historically than Leicester, but yeah. I mean,
so, for
Leicester, good point for them.
Yeah. I think it's great.
Yeah,
and it's a good point for Leicester because they just got promotion back to the Premier League, and for Tottenham, as I said, man, very disappointing for them. Very disappointing for them. All right, let's go ahead and move on over to round 2, man. Round 2. Okay, let me start with the first thing I want to say right here is that Brighton beating Manchester United isn't a shock. It isn't a shock. People say that is a shock. You're just delusional. Like you haven't followed Brighton the last couple of years, okay? And people are just saying, oh, Manchester United is a big club and all. Guys, Manchester United have not won a league title in the last 13 years. So for me, as I said, 13 years. And for me, Brighton beating United is not a shock. It's not a shock. In fact, I have a crazy stat for you guys. Man United have only beaten Brighton once in the Premier League with Erik ten Hag as a coach.
Oh, it's Ten Hag. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So for me, Brighton beating United, it shouldn't be a surprise. And if you think it's a surprise, I don't know what to say. You haven't been following it, Brighton. And
I mean, I predicted Brighton in the predictor thing in the community post. I said Brighton win. I mean, it could have been a draw. But to be honest, I think Man United could have even won the game. Had Zapata didn't actually touch the ball. And the one thing I told a couple of Man United fans is that why is Garnacho not starting?
Exactly. Like I don't understand. Yeah.
He should.
I'm sorry to say this. Rashford's a purple patch merchant. Rashford is not consistent. He is not that reliable. He can give you goals here and there, but the guy is not a good goal scorer. And I'm sorry, Rashford should be benched.
Offers more now. Garnacho.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, what does Mason Mount bring to this team? What does Mason Mount bring to this team?
Bruno Fernandes, false 9. False 9.
Bro, where's Xerxes? Xerxes scored in the last game. Xerxes scored in the last game, and you benched him. I mean, I just don't understand with Erik ten Hag, man. I just don't understand with Erik ten Hag. He is such. See, the thing is, I don't want to say he's a bad coach, but the lineups, the decision making he's been doing has been shocking. It's just shocking.
Surely you bring in at least Garnacho or Xerxes, at least one of them, not trash a Rashford or okay, you can keep Mount, but then I don't know. This Man United team. And then Casemiro, I mean, he's okay, but like I think if Casemiro's not on his day, he does get overrun in that position he's in. Yeah, man. Yeah. At least I'm not a fan.
Yeah, hey, Manchester United, man. Like, dude, I believe they had like how many disallowed goals? I think it was 2 or 1. I forgot exactly.
I mean, one of them was the Xerxes one, which almost I think was going in and then offside. But yeah.
Yeah. So for Manchester United, man, okay, they had that Xerxes goal. Yeah. So Danny Welbeck scoring a brace, and then sorry, not Danny Welbeck, Joao Pedro scoring the header. And dude, you know what's crazy? I was looking at Twitter. I think there was nobody man marking Joao Pedro for the second goal. Nobody was marking him. and you give him that much space in that header. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. So Brighton, man, they get the better of Manchester United, and Manchester United, man, there's a lot of question marks that to be asked. Like, why is what is it called? Why is Dillett not starting? I think the only positive from this game is maybe Mazraoui. Mazraoui actually looked really good, and probably Amad Diallo. Those two. But other than that, man, Manchester United defensive are really bad. Really bad. And it's crazy to me because I see the goals that United are conceding. It's so amateur goals. It's so terrible defending. So, yeah. Like I said, guys, give respect to Brighton. Guys, Brighton is on to something, guys. Because I believe Brighton spent I think 200 million in this window. They spent so much money. This window is crazy. And they have a new coach, Fabian Horisili. And guys, I think Brighton means business. They don't want to. They're not happy just for Conference League. They're trying to get Europa League. Heck, I think they're even trying to challenge for the Champions League positions.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's only 2 games in. We'll see if this sort of form for them continues. I think for a team like Brighton, it's a bit too early, but I wouldn't be surprised.
For sure.
We'll see.
Yeah,
because I think there's at least 3 teams better than them.
Yeah,
matching Arsenal, Liverpool.
Yeah. All right, so let's quickly go through the other ones. Shout out to West Ham. They got the job done against Crystal Palace. Bit of a disappointment for Crystal Palace, losing 2 out of 2 games. Not really much to say there. I think West Ham got the goals late, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was late 2 goals. Suchek and Bowen. And yeah, so for Crystal Palace, as I said, man, it's just really disappointing for them. I really just when you look at the stats there. West Ham got the win, and I think it makes up for the loss they had to Villa last weekend. Like, yeah, what do you have to say about this one?
I mean, I thought Crystal Palace would be challenging for Europe. Well, where was this Crystal Palace? I told people, don't hype up this Crystal Palace team just because they have a better manager or whatever. Crystal Palace are just Crystal Palace. They'll be mid-table by the end of the season. And yeah, I know they're bottom of the league or one of the bottom teams, but yeah, they'll make mid-table. But come on. I saw Crystal Palace 7th, 6th sometimes. I'm like, what?
I believe I put them 10th. I believe I put it 10th.
Yeah, I think I put them 10th or 11th, just mid-table. They're not. Palace will win games, they'll lose games. So they lost 2 games in a row. But yeah.
Yeah. And the Fulham men, the new signing, Emil Smith-Rowe scored for them. Great result, a great win for them. Then Faiz equalized, and Wooby man scoring the late goal. So, like I said, shout out to Fulham, man. They're one of the teams that, I saw a lot of people actually put Fulham really low in the table because they lost Paulinho over the summer, which was a big loss, obviously. But I think Fulham are too big to go down. Do you agree?
Well, technically, Leicester City are a bigger club than Fulham, but I guess so, yeah.
Yeah. So, shout out to Fulham for getting the win. And for Leicester City, man, they gave it their best effort, but I think what's key for Leicester is the home games. I think that's going to be I think whichever team does well at home is going to be enough to survive. So yeah, I think Leicester. Yeah, and like I said, Leicester got a draw against Tottenham, so I think this isn't too. I mean, obviously it is a bad result, but I don't think it's that bad. And shout out to my man Anthony Robinson for getting that assist, man. My American guy, man. I'm happy to see. Yeah, and obviously Fulham did lose Tim Ream over the summer. He went to my club in Charlotte, which is actually cool. So, but yeah, I mean, for Fulham, as I said, man, good win for them, man. Good win for them. Emil Smith-Rowe, man, great to see him score on his. Great to see him score. And then Manchester City 4, Ipswich 1. By the way, guys, I'm gonna look at your guys' comments after we finish the leagues, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So we're gonna just do that way. Ipswich Town, man. When Ipswich Town took the lead, were you thinking to yourself, okay, is Manchester City gonna lose this?
No.
I stay here, man. Now, I will say this though. If Ipswich had went 2 or 3-0 up, 2-0 up, 3-0 up, then yeah, I was like, yeah, there's no way City's coming back. Even 2-0, I was like, no. And Manchester City, man, Erling Haaland.
Well, Man City made it 2-1 in 4 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And we gotta talk about Erling Haaland, man, because I was actually looking at some stats, guys. You know, Erling Haaland has 1 fewer hat trick than Thierry Henry, when I think he's played 70 games, and Thierry Henry's played 250. That's insane. And when people say who is the Premier League best player of all time, I think people say Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry's up there in that conversation, and Alan Shearer as well, I believe. So, yeah, I mean, would you agree with me that, like, when you look at the Premier League entire history, would you say like Alan Shearer and Thierry Henry are the best two players?
Yeah, in terms of their main contribution, like Henry, obviously part of the Invincibles, one of I'm not sure in terms of the number of in the list, but obviously Alan Shearer, who unfortunately did win a league title with Newcastle, but without Harry Payne, he's still the Prem's top goal scorer. So, I mean, that counts for something. And he won the league title, whereas Harry Payne hasn't yet. Not even.
It's just crazy to me. Haaland's goal scoring rate is insane. Like, the guy already has like, I think 10 hat tricks. I forgot how many hat tricks he has. Let me know in the chat, guys, how many hat tricks he has. I think it's like 10 hat tricks, which is insane.
I think he scored 9 against Honduras or something. When he was
the guy's goal scoring is insane. And I'll be honest with you, you should be worried because he might break Alan Shearer's record. If he stays like a lot of seasons here in the Premier League, he might break that record.
Maybe, but I don't know if he'll actually because we'll see. I think maybe eventually his ambitions would be La Liga. I don't know for a particular club, but we'll see.
Because I think Alan Shearer's got like
I think Alan Shearer's record, even with unless Haaland stays like 10 years or whatever, I don't think it'll be broken by Haaland.
Okay.
I think
I believe Haaland's got. I'm not sorry. I think Alan Shearer's got like 260 goals. That's insane. Yeah. And Haaland's, I believe, is already on like I think 70. That's insane. And like pretty much 2 seasons.
I mean, he's already got 4 this season.
That's insane, guys. Like
4 or 5, I'm not sure. In the first
Haaland could destroy this league. He could even break his record. He got in the first season when I think he scored 30 goals. He might be able to break that record in his third season. That is insane. That's insane, guys. I mean, Haaland, man. I mean, he's just a freaking nature, man. The goal scoring, sure, his technical ability isn't there, and I will agree in terms of technical ability, he doesn't have it. But in terms of just pure goal scoring, he's just it, man. Like, he is the best clinical striker right now in the world. In terms of just finishing. Now, you can talk about like, off the ball and like, assists and stuff like that. He's probably not the best for that. But in terms of like his goal scoring rate, it is incredible. Like, I don't think we have seen a player be this amazing goal scoring wise in some time in the Premier League. This is insane. This is insane, man. So yeah, Erling Haaland, man. I hope. I honestly, Premier League fans, you gotta hope that he leaves Man City as soon as possible. So,
or they get relegated. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, the guy Haaland, man, is just a freak of nature, man. Freak of nature. The guy's goal scoring is insane, and I don't know what to say, man. And he's just amazing, man. He's just amazing. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but yeah, shout out to Haaland for getting that hat trick. And like I said, man, he might be able to rank. So I actually want to look up real quick. How many Premier League hat tricks does Haaland have?
I think
we're gonna move to the next category.
Something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Let me just look at this real quick. So Erling Haaland, let me just check this real quick. I just want to check this real quick, guys, before we move to the next category. So Norway. Haaland. All right, Haaland has got 7 hat tricks in the Premier League, I believe. 7 hat tricks in the Premier League. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's insane, man. That's insane. 7 hat tricks is quite insane, man. And he has the same amount of hat tricks as what is it called? Wayne Rooney. And we know how good Wayne Rooney has been for Manchester United. So, anyways, let's move to the next game, guys. Let's move to the next one. I don't want to spend too much time there. Next up is Nottingham Forest, man. A critical win away at Southampton. This was kind of like a relegation battle to me. And I think Southampton and Nottingham Forest getting the win here is vital. Morgan Gibbs-White, former Wolves player. And yeah, man, not really much to say, man. Southampton, very disappointing. At home, you couldn't even you only had 1 shot on target at home. That's really bad. I'm sorry, man. I think Southampton's doomed.
I mean, they couldn't even beat Newcastle with us being in 10 men. So if you can't beat Forest at your own ground, I mean, yeah. And they haven't scored in a Premier League goal yet this season. And we're almost in September. So, yeah. Now, I mean, Southampton are getting relegated. I don't think they're good enough. I think they're the worst team in the league. I think even worse than Ipswich.
Wow. If Southampton finished below Ipswich, that would be embarrassing.
Yeah. I mean, they finished below Ipswich in the championship, so yeah.
Yeah. The Tottenham 4, Everton 0. Tottenham decimated Everton. I mean, what does it say? Pickford had disaster class. I believe he made a mistake for one of the goals. And shout out to Son, man. Son, my guy. My agent's guy. Sort of brace on the day. And yeah, I think for Tottenham, man, not really much to say. Everton, of course, we knew they were going to lose this game. I think it wasn't whether they were going to lose this game. It was whether how big the margin would be. And yeah, Everton just got destroyed.
Yeah, I mean, I thought people said Everton would be mid-table. Right now, they're just like Southampton, haven't scored a goal yet in the league.
Those Southampton Everton games will be snooze fest probably. Yeah, but yeah, shout out to Tottenham for getting the win.
Good win. We'll see what they do next Sunday.
Now, I got to give credit to Arsenal. I did not expect Arsenal to win 2-0 at the good Villa Park at this dominant fashion. And the thing is, like, Villa's like good at home. Villa's good at home, guys. Villa is no joke at home. Villa's a strong home team. But guys, Villa were really bad in the day. Villa were really bad. Look at how many shots. 11 shots, 3 on target. Really, really poor. I heard Ollie Watkins had like 2 glorious chances in this game. I think they had one in the first half and one in the second half. But you knew that once Arsenal got the goal, that it was over for at Villa, because look at the second half.
Yeah,
it was just I mean, what's your takeaways from this game?
I think I think Aston Villa has to be picking up points. Maybe not against Arsenal, it's fine, but I forgot who they play in the next 2 games. I think Villa should be picking up points before November, December, because I feel like Champions League football, and if they go far in the Carabao Cup, I think it will take a toll on their team, not in terms of like injuries, but just the amount of fitness or whatever. Especially people say, "Oh, but Aston Villa played in Conference League last season, so they can handle it." I'm like, I mean, playing against like I don't know, the B team of Tottenham up against Real Madrid and Bayern Munich, I think is a different quality. So I think Aston Villa have to be picking up points before like November, December kicks in, because that's when you do see the toll of those Champions League, possible Carabao Cup games if they decide to go far in it. But yeah, as for Arsenal, good win in the end. Maybe not that impressive, but they got the job done. And the thing is, one more about Aston Villa. For some reason, whenever Aston Villa goes behind, they just crumble. They don't show up. The Arsenal game. When Newcastle played Villa both times last season, when we were injury-ridden, we were 3-0 up at Villa Park last season. We beat them 5-1 last season at home. There's just other instances where Villa, if something goes wrong in the first goal, they just switch off, or they just don't turn up for the rest of the game. And this was one of those games. I feel like if they're not playing well, they don't win.
Yeah, I think Ollie Watkins. Yeah, I think Ollie Watkins has blood in his hand because he pretty much costed Villa in this game with those chances he missed.
I think maybe if he scored and Villa were 1-0 up, maybe they can hold on and maybe get the win, but it's not meant to be for that day. And a bit of revenge.
Also, that's true because obviously Villa was pretty much one of the teams that denied Arsenal the Premier League last season, and had Arsenal picked up points against them, Arsenal could have been Premier League champions. So, I mean, how important of a win do you think this is for Arsenal?
I mean, the next 3 fixtures aren't that great. They have Brighton at home next weekend, and then after the international break, they play Spurs away, and then they play Man City away. So if Arsenal wins the next 3 games, Brighton at home, who do I say? Spurs away, Man City away. If Arsenal wins those 3 games, then I can confidently say Arsenal can win the Prem. But if they drop points in 2 of those games, maybe it's just going to be another second place season for Arsenal. But we'll see.
And
mentality
I think this is a big win for Arsenal because obviously this is one of the teams that denied them. And one last question before we move to the next game is: Do you think Trossard is better than Martinelli, or do you think Trossard should be still as a super sub? Because I feel like it's
Trossard is.
Yeah,
I think Martinelli has fell off since the season he did well. Last season it wasn't great, Martinelli. So I think Trossard.
But the thing is, the thing is, there's some players that are better as super subs. That's why I'm thinking that maybe Trossard is better as a super sub player than as a starter. That's kind of what I feel like. I think there's like some players like that. I mean, would you agree with me that there's players that are better as a super sub?
Yeah, but I do feel like Trossard is still better than Martinelli, even as not a super sub.
Considering I would probably agree. I would probably agree as well, but I still feel like Mikel Arteta won't start Trossard. I think he will just use Trossard as like a last resort, kind of thing. And but shout out to Arsenal for getting the win, man. Shout out to Raya. Raya made some big saves in the game, 3 saves, and I think for Villa, as I said, man, the big issue I have with Aston Villa is their defense. That's pretty much my big issue with them. Defensively, they're just not really that great. They don't keep a lot of clean sheets, and this segue nicely to this game. And Tendime, I think you should give me your thoughts on this game first.
I mean, the less said about it, the better. I'm not impressed. But we got the point. We got a point. 5 league games against Bournemouth since they've been promoted a couple of seasons ago. The 5 times we played Bournemouth, we've not led a single one of those games. We have not won a single one of those games. So how can I be happy with another draw? Well, actually, we should have lost, but handball is handball, apparently. So we were lucky not to lose. So we'll see. I mean, now Tonali will be back for the Cup game and the Spurs game, and from then on. So I do expect Sandro Tonali, he should be starting every game that he's fit. I do not want to see, he'll come on, maybe get some minutes in the Cup. No, I want him now, right now. Tonali, Bruno, Joelinton. It cannot be Longstaff. If not, if it's not Tonali, it has to be Willock. It cannot be Longstaff. Did nothing in the game. But actually, most of our players did nothing. For some reason, I don't know why we can beat Spurs 6-1, 4-0, but we can't beat Bournemouth? Really? Really?
I remember a few years ago. Spurs beat Man City, and I think the following game they lost to like Burnley, I think, or something. I was like, what?
Yeah. So it's overall disappointing. Even though we haven't lost a game this season, both performances I've not been impressed, and I think it's only fair that I, as a fan, demand better, as in win games. It doesn't have to be convincing, but win games with a good performance. So let's see how we do in the Cup, because if we get knocked out by Forest, less said.
And I want to ask, and I want to ask you this question: Why haven't Newcastle made any signs this window? We talk about like Barcelona, we talk about Liverpool, but nobody has mentioned about Newcastle. I hardly hear anyone talk about Newcastle. They haven't. I don't think they made any signings.
I mean, we are willing to bid 60 million plus for a Grahy or whatever. So that means there is money. There's 60 million. Okay. So the transfer window closes Friday night. I demand we sign two or one, or even just one, 2 top quality players by the end of it. Because if we're willing to spend 60 million on Grahy, whether that works out in the end or not, I expect top quality signings, because I do not want to see Jacob Murphy or Armiwan play. But we'll see. So from now till Friday night, I demand a signing or two, and not just like not just a backup. No, I want a starter. I do not care about points deduction, FFP. I don't care anymore. I just like, we're not winning the Premier League, okay? So at least win the Carabao Cup or FA Cup. Just
and for me, Newcastle, you can spend the money you want, but you guys need to have more ambition. Like you guys have to at least get Europa League, in my opinion, this season. If you guys don't get at least Europa League, that's a failure season.
Yeah, well, and win a cup, and that's why if we get knocked out by Forest, I mean, well, I'll speak on it when it happens. Hopefully,
now we transition from a team that spent so much money.
I mean, at least they won.
Chelsea, man, I gotta be honest with you, this is a huge win from Chelsea.
You know, Wolves has a higher XG than Chelsea.
Dang,
Wolves have a higher XG than Chelsea.
Wow, that's crazy. My big takeaways from this game is that Chelsea defensively are still bad. Palmer and Madueke are fantastic, especially Palmer. Cole Palmer is really good. He is basically Chelsea's savior. He is pretty much the reason why Chelsea got European football last season. Without him, Chelsea finished mid-table. Without Palmer, Chelsea are mid-table. Palmer is carrying Chelsea.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy to see. Shout out to Madueke. He scored a hat trick. And Joao Felix scored. We need that. My good friend of mine is getting his track out. I need to join his stream, by the way, soon. He's going to get his guitar out.
I mean, at least it's better than his first debut when he got red card. So, it's at least something better. I mean, this result for Chelsea is good, but I mean, Wolves, they capitulated.
Yeah, I'm sorry to say, man, this Wolves team is not the same from a few years ago. This Wolves team is a disgrace to that a few years ago. The one that Espirito Santos, did. This Wolves team is like finished, honestly.
Yeah, I think they're slowly becoming not like how Leicester eventually got relegated, but you know when Southampton were pretty good a few years back, got top 6 every now and then, but then slowly just crept down, and then the season they got relegated, and that's the feeling I get with Wolves. I mean, I don't think they'll get relegated by the end of this season, but I mean, they've already lost Kilman. Pedro Neto's got an assist in this game against Wolves. Yeah, because you have in terms of the players that Wolves have, Jose Sa is still good, but that defense.
That defense.
Even with Wang Yi-chan still. And then, maybe Lawson and Cunha can provide goals for them, just like they did today. But, yeah, maybe not this season, but maybe in like 2-3 years, it could see Wolves really getting to deep trouble, like bottom of the league, if they're not careful. So, we'll see.
Yeah, and shout out to
it's embarrassing to at home. To hold 6 at home.
Yeah, shout out to Enzo. Enzo had a fantastic game. And I think the only player that pretty much had a bad game for Chelsea is Mikhailo Modric, man. Pretty much besides him, everyone else had a good game, I think. So, yeah. And maybe Robert Sanchez could have done better, but yeah. Chelsea defensively are still bad, though. And Caicedo, man, I don't think he had that great game. I think him and Modric probably were the worst 2 players in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, like I said, man, that's pretty much it with Wolves. Now we move on to the final game we got here. It is Liverpool 2, Brentford 0. Liverpool, man, they're looking good. Arne Slot is here, and it feels like Liverpool haven't lost Klopp. Like it feels like they're still playing the Klopp style. You know,
I mean, they haven't signed anyone, so it's the same team. Unless they sign Zubidoo. But
no, they're not signing Zubimendi. Zubimendi decided to stay.
Yeah.
So
I mean, compare San Sebastian to the city of Liverpool. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, good result for Liverpool. I mean, the next game is Man United away, the derby.
Whoa,
So
that's a big game. That's a big game.
unfortunately, I'll be in Alcunia watching Deadpool, hopefully not losing to Ferrol. But I mean, I'll keep an eye on how it turned out or how it will turn out. Man United, Liverpool. You would suspect Liverpool to win, but I mean, you just never know. You just never know.
And remember, it's at Old Trafford. Yeah, in Old Trafford. United are actually generally good at Old Trafford, so it could be a difficult game.
Maybe like 5-0 that one time.
To be fair, under Ten Hag, United have been good at the derbies at home, at least. Under Ten Hag.
Some of them, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, Luis Diaz, a solid man scoring the goal, man. And, for Liverpool, man, routine, man, win for them. And for Brentford, as I said, man, Flecken was pretty much the best player. Yeah, they pretty much just didn't really offer much. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and look at some comments. And then we're going to move to the next league. Let's read some of your guys' Bulgarian map. It says, hello, what's up, guys? Hi there. Brighton versus Man United should have been a draw. I guess you could say. Breaking news. Also, Ali. It's not official. It's just rumors confirmed. Fabrice just tweeted Ali have some initial bit of a Napoli Victor Osimhen for 65 million. Man United. Yeah, Matt. Man United are a massive club, but in terms of on the pitch, recent years they have not been that great. They're a big club off the pitch. I will admit you that. In terms of business and revenue, of course, and they're historically one of the biggest clubs in England. But in recent years, they're not one of the biggest. That's what I'm trying to say. They'll get one of Osimhen or Tony. So AD, thank you for joining Gunnar of forever. AD wearing Celtic shirt. No, it's not a Celtic shirt. It's just a random shirt I got.
We're both wearing green, so we're supporting. I don't know what team we're green, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. History also backs them up. Yep. Don't think anyone thinks Brighton is winning is a shocker. Eric Ten Hag's first game was a loss to Brighton back when Sanchez was a good goalkeeper. Yeah, Sanchez nowadays is mid, honestly. Daniel Welbeck scored against his former club, just like when he scored against them for Arsenal. I forgot he was still playing until this weekend. Well, good result for Tottenham. Good result for Liverpool. I missed the Bournemouth versus Newcastle game. How was Evan Nilsson? Oh yeah. Let's quickly mention that real quick. So how was Evan Nilsson?
He was good in terms of when Bournemouth tried to attack. He had one shot that maybe could have gone in, but yeah. I mean, he was a lot better than most of our players, the Newcastle players. I mean, so yeah. He was all right for a debut.
Yeah, Patrick Meal says, "Hey guys, Forza Parma Calcio 1930." Yeah, we'll talk about Serie A in a bit, man. We'll talk about that. Puka says now Haaland has the same amount of appeal as Patrick says. Rooney, Henry, the best. Yeah, I would say Henry is probably the best player in the Premier League of all time. Yeah. Shearer and Henry are the best strikers in League's history. Perry, Payne, Ronaldo, and those two are the best attackers in the Premier League. I don't think Ronaldo is like the best in the all time. Actually, I don't know. Would you say Ronaldo's best? I don't think he is.
I mean, he's won. I think. Well, he's won trophies, so at least he's in the combo.
Let me see. How many seasons did Ronaldo stay at Man United? His first stint.
I think 2003. I think it's 2003 till 2009. So 6 years.
Oh, plus 6 seasons. Okay. Actually, you know what? Maybe.
Yeah.
Actually,
maybe that 1 year and a half. That 1 year, he was their top goal scorer. When they even worse.
Actually, you know what? 6 seasons, maybe you can make an argument. I still feel like Shearer and Henry are better. They are better in the Premier League, but you could maybe make an argument that Ronaldo's like third. Erling will tremble if anyone else when it comes to Arsenal. I'm pretty sure Arsenal is not going to Arsenal. Haaland scored from outside the box, by the way, low. Adam, low. Haaland's fantastic. Haaland, Salas, and Chilean Sebastian. Yeah, where's the Chilean Sebastian, man? Where's Sebastian, man? Sebastian, where are you, man? Sean Diarrhea. Morgan Rogers. Turn to Prime Maradona 1 point low. Okay, Prime Maradona?
Oh. I mean, he had that one move, but it ended up being...
Okay. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. But the Villa vs. Arsenal will be a draw. Ollie. If I catch Rogers and Legend, I'll Africa. Okay, Slim Monk. What was Villa best player? Trossard is one of the Arsenal's top 2 current attackers. Thank you for joining. Martin NL is Bolivia quality rather than Brazil. Okay, that's a bit harsh. I don't think he's that bad, but he's not that good either. He's definitely not Brazilian. That's what I'm saying for sure. Newcastle need to sack Howe. Actually, what do you think, Tan Dyden? Do you want to sack Eddie Howe?
Yeah. I mean, if he loses on Wednesday night to Forest. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure we won't. We won't. I know.
I feel like Newcastle should only sack Eddie Howe if you guys don't get European football. Second season in a row, then that's a sackable offense, I would say.
I think not winning a trophy is sackable, but we'll see.
Let's see who you guys lose to. I think we have to put that in context. Like, if you guys lose to like Man City, it's not really that just bad, you know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on Wednesday how it turns out. Please start tonight, please, or at least
I used to rate. Yeah, I used to rate Martinelli, but not anymore. His name sounds Italian. Man, so what is Anthony? Yeah, Anthony's also bad. Newcastle fans use the Robbie from AFTV sign some players.
Yeah.
The likes of
we have until Friday.
Yeah, Joey Murray alongside Victor shouldn't be in Newcastle anymore. Both should take notes from Militao. Bolivian bench warmer. Chelsea clinical today. Chelsea are not in the mud. Palmer needs to leave Chelsea. Imagine getting destroyed by Chelsea. Feel sorry for Palmer because he's a Carabao Cup and he's lost a Carabao Cup Euros final this year. I hope Wolves get relegated. Wow, that's interesting. No wonder Lopetegui left them. Is Pekovic injured? I don't think he is. Is he on the bench?
Well, that's
I'm looking at Brentford. Yeah. Sorry. Let me look this real quick. Pekovic. Nope. And why are these three players suspended? I don't know.
Probably Raheem Sterling because of the statement.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to kick Sterling out. I forgot to discuss about that. Only one Portuguese player plays for Wolves. Utter nonsense. Oh, wow. Enzo still needs to be banned for his racist chants. He won't. He left it because Wolves are untribal with financial fair play. That's so never broke the promise he could sign better players. Shouldn't Messi be banned then? I don't blame him. They're all signing. Messi has an alibi. The derby shouldn't be so early on. The Tenerife said they should sign Scooby-Doo instead of Zumendi. They should have Derby in the final day of the season. I Brentford get relegated. Fabrizio is a rat. Pepe has blood on his hands for letting Man United win that FA Cup. Sanchez has always been a shaky goalkeeper. I hope Bournemouth get relegated too. Also, did you mention that? You didn't mention that class save by Raya. I think I mentioned actually I mentioned the saves, but yeah, Raya did make a really good save. I think in the second half, if I remember correctly. It was a big save. Or was it the first half? I don't exactly remember. Aguero over Shearer. Searson was the last Premier League player to win the Ballon d'Or. Searson should went back to Man United. De Bruyne is a top 4 Premier League player of all time, at least. We're talking about. I mean, at one play. Lol. Chelsea, Joga Benito have. Oh, yes. Joga Benito's back, guys. Joga Benito's back, guys. Joga Benito's back.
If Silvet actually somehow win, then as in like the tie-in, we'll see. Of course, they're going through, of course. Silvet's not going to progress, I know.
Yeah. Newcastle need top player. And they just wanted to take Messi's place. Looking forward to seeing 80s reaction, Albert.
Anthony is the...
Okay, let's move.
Maybe you meant Anthony.
Chelsea's back. It's all thanks to Joao Felix. Oh, yeah, of course. Felix, man. Of course. Felix did everything. It's not like Palmer got like 3 assists. It's not like Madueke scored a hat trick. It's all Felix, man. You're right, Albert. Who could doubt you, man? Who's better? Much go Anthony.
I'll say.
Well, that's actually good. Actually, that's a good question. I honestly don't know. They're both the same to me. We're just good runner.
I'll say Anthony.
For a player, in my opinion. I agree with you, Pookie. Modric just a spin in circles, lol. That is true. All right, guys, let's move to La Liga. We spent already 40 minutes.
The only difference is one of them has won 2 trophies with their club. The other one hasn't yet.
All right, so we already spent 40 minutes just on one league, and we're actually going a bit. We got to speed this up, man. So let's move on over to La Liga, man. Tenerine's favorite league. So let's talk about the Monday games real quickly. We got Real Valladolid 1, Espanyol 0. Thank you, Real Valladolid. I don't like Espanyol for obvious reasons. Shout out to Real Valladolid for getting the win, and Diaman getting the assist there, and Morel getting the goal there. Then moving on over to the next game, we got here it is Villarreal 2, Atletico Madrid 2. This was a great game. This was a fantastic game. Did you get to watch this game? Because this was
a little bit, yeah. I mean, all the goals were in the first half, so yeah, I mean, good game overall. Maybe not what the result that either team wanted. Obviously, they want to win, but yeah, I mean, good result. And obviously, we'll look at the this past weekend and how they how they performed, both of those teams. So when you look at it with hindsight now, good start from both teams for the season, Villarreal and Atleti.
Yeah, Villarreal, man, good result for them. Dan Juma getting the goal there, the Lorente, and then this own goal, man. Oblak should have done better for that goal. I don't know what Oblak was doing there for that goal. And then the equalize there, thanks to Sorlov with the header. And Conde, man, he got an assist for the goal. I believe which goal he got the assist was the first one. So, yeah, Atletico Madrid, man, defensively, they're still very sketchy. I still don't rate Atletico's defense. And I'm sorry, Edzo Witzel is mid. I don't rate Witzel whatsoever. But yeah, shout out to him. Moving on over to the next couple of games. We got Celta Vigo 3, Valencia 1. Of course, Iago Aspas scored as expected. The guy is just goal scorer for Celta Vigo is insane. Like, where would Celta be without him? Because he's like one of the best players. And the guy is still 37 years old. You know, I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet. Maybe this will be his last season. Do you think this will be his last season?
Meh. The fact that they're top of La Liga is a bit. It's okay. Yeah. Hope
Yeah.
all the Celta Vigo fans enjoy it. Hope maybe they'll win the title. Let's see. Oh wait, they won't.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah, Valencia, man, they took the early lead there, but they weren't able to hold on. Mingueza, Aspas, Beltran scoring the goals. And yeah, Beltran, man, River Plate player, man. Of course, rank wouldn't like it. And yeah, man, so. Actually, this is a different Beltran. Sorry, I thought it was the same one. It's a different one.
But still, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Celta for winning. And then obviously we got the next one got here is Sevilla 1, Villarreal 2. Hey, Villarreal, man.
Ayoze.
Man, critical win on the road, man. Ionze Paris, man, scoring a late winner there. And this is a huge win for Villarreal on the road, man. So, I mean, could Villarreal be a sleeper this season? Because they already got two results against the big teams of Spain, Sevilla and Atletico Madrid. So what do you think? Do you think Villarreal do you think Villarreal can like do well this season in La Liga, or you still don't think so?
I mean, they have no Europe like for this season, so I think they can. I think maybe they're similar to like for now, similar to Newcastle in terms of like no Europe, but good enough to compete high up in the league, you would say. So I don't know about top 4, but maybe a European finish. But we'll see. Good result, thankfully, against the worst of the two Seville clubs.
Yeah, Sevilla nowadays, man, they're mediocre. Moving on over, we got Osasuna 1, Mallorca 0, man. Shout out to Osasuna, man, for getting the win there. Ruben Garcia getting the win there, getting the goal there. And yeah, I think for Mallorca, as I said, man, they're just good defensively, but they just don't score enough goals. I think that's pretty much the big takeaway. We saw that in the draw against Real Madrid. And yeah, I mean, I think this is a good result for Osasuna. It's a bit of a disappointment for Mallorca, but I think it's not that bad.
So, I mean, I think both will just be mid-table. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
probably. None of them excite me.
Yeah, I think both are too good to get relegated, but they're both not good enough to get Europe. So they're like kind of like the same.
They're Crystal Palace.
Yeah. Barcelona 2, Athletic Club 1. Shout out to Barca for getting the win, man. Lewandowski, man. Guys, Lewandowski is turning up, man. We have to have a real convo, guys, about Lewandowski, because the guy is like the goal scoring is still insane. And the guy is like still like 36 years old, and he's still this good, man. Now, I don't think he's as clinical as he used to be. Obviously, you look at his finishing, 6 shots, 1 goal is pretty poor. But the guy's like, he's just so good goal scoring wise that he can make up for it. But yeah, I thought Lewandowski had a good game. Rafinha was amazing, man. Rafinha under Hansi Flick was incredible. Like, I haven't seen this Rafinha be this good. So it just showed you, man. It just showed you how good Hansi Flick of a coach he is.
Yeah. So, and obviously, we had the battle of Lamine and Nico. Yeah, fortunately, Nico came out the worst of the two in terms of the result and performance. But
yeah, and shout out to Jules Koundé. And shout out to Jules Koundé, man. I think Jules Koundé has actually been very underrated. He's been so great. Defensively, he's been amazing. And the guy is like, his best position even is a center back. And the guy is doing amazing as a right back. Because, fun fact for you guys, Nico Williams wasn't able to dribble past Koundé at all in the game. So do you think people underestimate? Do you think people underrate Jules Koundé? And do you think he could be like? Do you think he's up there on like one of the best right backs in the world?
Well, thank you, Jules Koundé, for kind of scoring a goal for Spain at the Euros. But yeah, I guess Koundé's. I mean, there's a reason why he plays for Barcelona. He's a good player, obviously. In terms of best right backs, I can think of any. Yeah, I guess so. Maybe not like Carvajal level, but definitely better than Trippier right now. Even though Trippier did well today, still one and gone. But yeah, Koundé's been good, and 2 wins out of 2 for Barca. The only other club with 2 wins out of 2 is unfortunately, yeah, that other club from Galicia.
Yeah. So shout out to Jules Koundé. I thought he had a great. I thought Bernal was amazing. Pedri was great. Ferran Torres, man. I still don't rate Ferran Torres. I still think we have to get rid of Ferran Torres. I think we need to move on. Balde actually had a good game. Iago Martinez, Kubarsi. I think the only issue for Barca is defense. Because I'm sorry, I don't trust Iago. And Kubarsi is still very young, so he's going to make mistakes. And, he made a mistake for the goal there. And man, Yamal, man, what is there to say, man? Yamal is just amazing, man. Yamal has skyrocketed. And the guy, man, I want to see his value, man. His value is 95 million. 95 million.
And then wait until Gavi comes back from injury.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Barca will win the league, but maybe they'll challenge. But we'll see. It's only 2 games.
Yeah. And also, do you guys see the Yamal goal? The Yamal goal against Athletic Club was amazing. This goal was fantastic. Outside the box. Yeah, and I think for Barca, as I said, man, good start for, but after the international break is where it's going to be interesting because our next game is Rayo Vallecano on Tuesday away, and we have not won at that stadium since 2021. So, can we finally win there? We'll have to see. So yeah, I really hope Barca can win like all the games in August, and I think that would be a great time because I don't think we've had a perfect month in a long time. So, yeah, shout out to Barca for getting the win. Yeah, then we got Espanyol 0, Real Sociedad 1. Real Sociedad, Kubo scoring the winner, man. Thank you, Real Sociedad. Thank you, Kubo. If I don't really like you, Kubo, because you are a snake, I'm okay. You did help us beat. You did beat Espanyol, and of course, I want Espanyol relegated, of course. So yeah. I mean, what's your thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, Zubidoo was great. I mean, probably it was like a response from last week's defeat.
Yeah.
I think it was against Vallecano. So yeah. I mean, they at least perform. So we'll see how Sociedad carries on. Hopefully that first game was just like not ready, and now they won. So hopefully they're ready for the season. Espanyol, lol. Yeah, they're not that great.
Yeah, shout out to Real Sociedad for getting the win, man. But you could see right here, man, Espanyol, man, they were actually the more dominant team, but they just couldn't score. Whereas Real Sociedad scored that goal even with less possession. But yeah, Kubo, man. Moving on to the next one we got here, it is Getafe 0, Rayo Vallecano 0. Pretty much a snooze fest. Not really much to discuss. Oh my jeez.
Yeah.
No team. Target.
Yep. Not one. Moving on to the next game, then.
Yeah. Let's move, man. Let's move. I don't even want to speak about this game anymore. Yeah. So, let's move on to the next game. Real Madrid 3, Real Valladolid 0. Shout out to Real Madrid, man, for getting the win there, man. Valverde scoring the goal, Diaz and Endrick, man. And if we have to talk about Mbappe, man, Mbappe did not have the best game. Now, I don't think he was that bad. I don't think he was as bad as people make him out to be. But obviously, Mbappe, I still believe Mbappe doesn't work as a striker. I still stand by that. I think if you want to get the best of Mbappe, you got to play him as a right winger or a left winger. You just can't play him as a striker. So, and yeah, for Mbappe, as I said, I think he's going to get better as the games go on. But I think the thing is, like, I think once Mbappe gets his first goal for Real Madrid in La Liga, he will start to click because it's always hard. That first goal is so critical. And once you get the first goal, it just means so much to you, especially for forwards, right? So I think once Mbappe gets that first goal, he's gonna cook at Real Madrid. Until then, it's gonna be very difficult for him.
Could you imagine if he goes like 2-3 months without scoring a La Liga goal? That would be hilarious.
Yeah,
but then scoring
I
in the
remember.
Champions League.
Yeah, actually, I think Messi did that. Messi had like a few months where he didn't score, and then he scored in the Champions League, and then I think he finally scored in Ligue 1, like in November, I think. I don't exactly remember, but it's crazy, man. So
maybe it happens to him, but we'll see.
Yeah. And then okay, now I want to ask a question for my Real Madrid fans. So Pookie and anyone else. I know Pookie's my Real Madrid fan, but anyone else that's watching. Is Rodrigo better as off the bench or as a starter? Because we're kind of talking about this with Trossard. I feel like Rodrigo is better as an off the bench player, in my personal opinion. He is still a good player. Obviously, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but in terms of productivity, I think he could offer you more as a super sub than as a starter. That's what I feel. And for Real Madrid, as I said, man, it's a bit concerning because that first half was really shocking. Like, look at this, the first half. 4 shots, 1 on target. But second half, they were amazing. Second half, they were fantastic. But the first half was a bit concerning. And Brahim Diaz, man, getting the goal there. And Endrick, man. People are saying Endrick. Endrick had a better game than Mbappe, which is crazy. So, I mean, how highly do you rate Endrick?
I mean, I got to see him score a goal at the Bernabeu when Brazil played Spain. Wow. I mean, he's still he's 18. I mean, he's older than Lamine Yamal, which is still crazy to think about. But yeah, I mean, to start his Real Madrid debut as like a competitive game, yeah, I think it's his first ever game.
Yeah, it's the first game. Yeah, first game.
Yeah, so I mean, good debut. He has more La Liga goals than Mbappe already. It would be funny if Endrick ends up with more. But
yeah, let me just tell you right now, Endrick. Endrick, you got to focus more on the pitch. Please stop doing those interviews. Please stop. Just focus on the pitch, please.
He remembers watching Bobby more. But yeah, good way to start for him.
Yeah. So I think this is what Real Madrid should do the next game. I think Real Madrid should go with Vinicius and Mbappe both up top and see how that works. I think Mbappe as a sole striker isn't going to work. Now, I think Mbappe and Vinicius, both the strikers, could be a good idea. And I think you could see the better of Mbappe. And I think Brahim Diaz is really underrated. I think Brahim Diaz should start. I think Gula should get benched for the next game, to be honest with you. But yeah, we'll see with Real Madrid, man. Real Madrid, I think what's our next game? Let me just check real quickly. Our next game is, of course, next game is going to be against Las Palmas. Okay, that's going to be a difficult game for Real Madrid.
That might be a test on Sunday.
So shout out to Real Madrid for getting the win. Then we got Leganes 2, Las Palmas 1. Wow, Leganes, man, got the win, man. Shout out to Leganes, man, for getting the win, man. And yeah, for Las Palmas, man, a bit of a surprise, man. Leganes at home, man. Do you think Leganes have what it takes to survive, or are you still not really sure?
Nah. I mean, Las Palmas aren't that great either, so I think it's only 2 games in. I think maybe after 6 games, 7 games, maybe we can judge. Look, Leganes is 6th place.
Wow.
6th.
Yeah, that's incredible, man.
So,
I think Leganes, yeah. I mean, this is a good start for Leganes, man. A good start as a newly promoted team. Yeah, a newly promoted team getting those 2 goals. Then moving on over, next one we've got here is Deportivo Alaves and Real Betis. Deportivo Alaves 0, Real Betis 0. Obviously, Deportivo Alaves did go down to 10 men, and that pretty much nullified the game. It was pretty much a stupid face. Not really much was going on. If you look at the stats here, Alaves were pretty much parking the bus. Going in transition, and obviously Real Betis had most of the chances, but yeah, they weren't able to convert. So that chance right there, 91st minute. I like how it says here the shot types, other body parts. It's crazy, but yeah. So I think this is a good result for Alaves, not a good result for Betis. Would you agree?
Yeah, basically.
So
and no goals.
Yeah. And the final game we got here is Atletico Madrid 3 and Girona 0. Guys, this is a huge one for Atletico Madrid. Guys, Atletico Madrid could be a sleeper this team, guys. This team could actually cause some surprise this season in La Liga. And guys, Girona are just not the same. They are not the same from last season. This team has fallen off significantly. And yeah, so what do you think for Atletico Madrid? Do you think they're a team that could surprise people this season, be in a title race, or you still think not really? Well, what do you think?
Not really. I think it would be the classic Real Madrid Barca title race, or at least till like maybe February or something like that. For Atletico, I mean, good result against probably people say, oh, Girona can make Europe again. I don't think. No.
Yeah.
They've lost way too many players. The highest rating player is Brian Hill. Brian Hill is the highest rating player from that team. That's how much they've fallen off from last season. They can finish 10th or like mid-table. But we'll see. But not a good result for them, obviously.
Yeah, and for Griezmann, man. Griezmann, Llorente, man. Shout out to Griezmann, man. Griezmann scored a nice free kick there. Great free kick there for him. Shout out to Griezmann, man. And yeah, Griezmann coming in clutch, man. Griezmann's been a really I think Griezmann, I don't know. Is Griezmann a player that people don't is Griezmann an underrated player, you say, or he's fairly rated, or he's the overrated? What would you describe Griezmann? Because I feel like he's kind of underrated.
Yeah, I guess underrated. I mean, he's won a World Cup. He's won La Liga.
He's not won La Liga, actually.
Oh, really? Wait.
Yeah, he's not won La Liga. That's crazy. You know what's crazy, guys? Yeah, you know what's crazy? For all the time he spent at Atletico Madrid, he's not won a league title. That's insane.
I thought he won with Ball, but okay. I didn't know. I don't remember.
No, he's not. Yeah, he's only got the World Cup, man, and I guess Europa League as well. He needs to win. He needs to win a league title, man. It will be really sad if Griezmann retires without a league title. That would be really sad. I would go yeah. And Griezmann's 33, and like the guy's still balling, man. The guy's still balling. All right, let's go ahead and look at your guys' comments. And yeah, let's look at your guys' comments. Where are we? So we're at 57 minutes. Dang, we still have 3 more leagues to go, man. We're gonna have to probably go an hour and 30 minutes. Which is, I guess, okay. We'll get relegated next season, if not this season. Maybe next season. I don't think this season will get relegated. At least I'm not sure. I'm not getting dizzy. Good. Yeah, this game was good. Atletico Madrid will win La Liga. I mean, it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised, but I still feel like it's unlikely. But who knows? It could happen. Girona downfall is going to be sad. Girona are mid. 80 Kool-Aid would do ring around a Rosie and España's pitch. Of course we would. I was a big Girona fan that one season they finished top 4. I think Madrid have a great transfer win. Can't wait till Barca plays Real Valladolid so they can feel how it feels. Yeah, Real Valladolid are a difficult team, man. They're very defensive. I know this. So Aspas a cheat code sometimes. I can't believe Aspas flopped at Liverpool. We got Las Palmas next. Best of luck for that one. Ions and Pairs are Euro winners. We would actually go for Copa del Rey trophy. For the big games such as El Clásico, Atletico Madrid, and España, I think you should extend live reviews after the games. Maybe. Well, definitely for El Clásico, I definitely do. Atletico Madrid.
The other Clásico, sort of. Otro Clásico.
I don't know, Matt. We'll see, man. We'll see. That's what I'm going to say. Definitely for El Clásico. El Clásico for sure. We're doing a live reaction for both El Clásicos. No doubt about it. The other two, other 4, I'll see. We'll see. Imagine Mark in the Europa League. Nuka just doesn't want to dug on Barca, I believe. Well, Lewandowski Rafinha got baptized by Hansi Flick. Lewandowski will never be peak Suarez, but we should have went there. Lewandowski Suarez will never be peak Benzema. Yeah, true. Does Hansi Flick still speak English to the press? If so, he's like Roger Smith at the Benfica press conference. Honestly, I don't really pay attention to press conferences, so I don't really know. Maybe I'll look after the stream. Just like some mid too. Suarez just a bit better than Benz, even though I'm a Real Madrid fan. We'll talk about though. Alejandro. I don't think I could rate Jamal until he scores a semi-final or final UCL final. Oh, come on, Albert. No. Okay, do you rate Lamine Yamal, 10 item?
He won a trophy at basically 16. You can say 17. He assisted in a final. He scored in a semifinal. Name me a 16, 17-year-old that's not Pele. Even Pele wasn't that good at 16. So, yeah.
Barcelona in treble with Ter Stegen as their Champions League goalkeeper is dud. You know, of course, well, you have Ter Stegen as if it's the guy. Liverpool really can't get Zubmini. Would you rather have Trapp or Ter Stegen? Ter Stegen's better. Zubmini's loyal. Trapp, I respect that. Too loyal. Liverpool's pool is mid, low. Mbappe's goal scoring form is wearing story 2 halves. Yo, what's up? Thank you for joining us this week. We were so bad the first half. Real Madrid midfield needs to be shuffled. Yeah, you know, you can also maybe say that too. Zubi-doo. And, you know, I also think Real Madrid still haven't replaced Toni Kroos. I think that's a bit of a worry. They haven't properly replaced Toni Kroos. Zubi-doo low. Yeah. I knew I said Mbappe has no excuses this season, but he's adapted to a new league. I'm a bigger Madrid fan than Pookie. That I'm not sure that's true. Zubi-doo, where is he? I thought he was like going to Liverpool. Endrick's outshiny Mbappe. Rodriguez been the left. Zubi-doo, we got some work to do. Rodriguez's best position is left wing. Yeah, Rodriguez better on left wing. Probably Charlton. I don't think he should start next game. It is easily 89 ready player. Rodriguez, Endrick hype. I just still need to work his interviews. I would go Vinny and Mbappe up top. The HH's break was very good. Strive by him at camp. Mbappe played better when Rodriguez came off. Crazy thing at HH is somewhat younger than Endrick. Yeah, HH is definitely younger than Endrick. Right in the dream. Gula did much better second half. Also, don't forget, Vlahovic had 7 players in the box. At times. Yeah, they're my favorites. Bro, Mbappe, Vinny, Rodrigo, all the left side at times annoyed me. That's also another thing. Real Madrid really, like, all 3 of them kept being the left wing. That's crazy. All 3 on the left is crazy, man. Koge is extremely criminally under it. They had a great transfer. Endrick probably turned into prime Bobby Charlton. Joined 2023, 2004. It's like Newcastle 2011, 2012 season where it was a one-off.
Yeah.
I guess you can maybe say as one La Liga. His club career is under Chimone. He has won league title or Champions League playing for Barca and Atletico Madrid. At least Griezmann got to play with Messi. Griezmann better than Pogba. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually that's a tough one. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. Pogba's a better club career than Griezmann. Oh yeah, for sure. I think in terms of club career, Pogba definitely a better club career. No, Pogba better passer. That yes. I get what Gallagher is at Atletico Madrid. 4 Serie A titles in Europa League is better than 0 league titles in Europa League. Man United Road is a rep. He dropped a lot after leaving Juventus. Where was Messi at 16? He was good at times at United. He should have went back there. Griezmann year 2016 at World Cup as is better than anything Pogba's done. Rooney Bear 16 don't at me. I talk about club career. I talk about as a player. Pogba's more talented than Griezmann. Pogba better dribbling low. Yeah, sorry. Pogba was a black Zidane. Okay, that I think is a bit crazy. Okay, I'm not sure I agree with that. Absolutely not. Yeah, we have to have a convo, guys, someday in the YouTube channel. Maybe I'll do a debate show, guys. Pogba versus KDB. We have to have that debate. That could be an interesting debate. Anyways, let's move, man. Let's move. Okay, we're gonna move over to Bundesliga, guys. Bundesliga time, guys. So, can you explain this to me, Tendon Item? How does Xabi Alonso keep doing this? How is this possible?
They were 2-0 up, and then they decided, okay, let's make it 2-2, and then win the game. Florian Wirtz missed his penalty. Well, I mean, his penalty was safe, but still.
He got the rebound.
Yeah, so, I mean, what is it? That's now, technically, you can now say 3 consecutive over a period of 3 seasons, Leverkusen has been unbeaten in the league. I think.
I just don't understand how Leverkusen keeps doing this. It just feels like it's like white magic. It just doesn't make sense. Like there was 10 minutes added on, and they get a winner. Like I don't know how to explain this, man. Like this team, man, is like I don't know how I would describe this team. Like this team is just so chaotic. This team is just crazy, man. I think they've like scored like 13 injury time winning goals last season, and now you include this. I mean, I don't know, man. Leverkusen. I'll tell you what, guys. If Leverkusen goes another season unbeaten and wins the league, then I might have to ask a lot of questions. I might have to ask a lot of questions, especially if they score like a lot of late winners.
or just win the
then
league
yes.
again.
So, yeah. No, I know. If they win the league, it's okay. But if they win the league unbeaten, then I'll ask questions. Because they're the favorite. Yeah, for me, they're the favorites to win this league because they haven't lost any notable players, and they kept their coach.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so shout out to Leverkusen for getting the win. But as I said, man, I need someone to explain to me how this works because how is this happening? The Augsburg 2, Werder Bremen 2. It was a pretty back and forth game. A 2-2 draw, probably a fair result. You can maybe say that Werder Bremen were better, but I think a draw is fair. And yeah, do you have anything to add or not really?
Good. I guess good result for both teams. No, they didn't lose either one of them because it finished in a draw. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't expect anything from either team this season, unless they're both unbeaten. So we'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah, Freiburg 3, VfB Stuttgart 1. Wow, this is a big of a shock. I did not expect Stuttgart to lose this. Yeah, especially after taking the lead. I mean, shout out to Freiburg for getting the win, but yeah,
top of the league.
Man. Yeah, top of the league is crazy. And yeah. So I mean, what do you think about Stuttgart, man? Do you think that this season will be a rough season for them because they've lost some players? I think they lost Ito. Who else they lost? I forgot who else they lost this summer. Guirassy. Oh yeah, Guirassy's a big loss.
Yeah, so maybe. Yeah, I feel like it might be. They're not going to be terrible, like be in a relegation battle. They're technically in the relegation zone, but I don't think they'll make Champions League again unless Germany gets 5 spots again, which I don't think will happen. But we'll see if how the season progresses. As for Freiburg, the fact that a right back scored 2 goals.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, good result for Freiburg. Hopefully one day they make the Champions League. I feel like they're always a team that they're always pushing for Europe, like Champions League, but they never actually get Champions League. So maybe this season they might be that surprise team, Freiburg. But let's see. It's just one game.
Yeah, it's one game. It is one game. Let's move over to the next one we got here. It is. By the way, guys, get the likes on, man. Let's try to get up to 15 likes. I think we're at 8 likes right now, so we're getting close. Let's try to get 15 likes, man. Get those likes up. Let's go up to the next one. We got Hoffenheim 3, Holstein Kiel 2. Wow, Hoffenheim, man. Hat-trick from Kramaric. And Holstein Kiel, man, they actually put up a really good performance because I believe this is a Holstein Kiel's first season in Bundesliga. That's actually pretty commendable. So, yeah, shout out to Holstein Kiel for actually putting up a great game. But, yeah, unfortunately, they lost the game. Yeah, Hoffenheim were just too good. Kramaric, man. And Kramaric is a really underrated player. Do you think Kramaric is underrated?
I mean, from his time at Leicester City, meh. But maybe he should have turned up at the Euros. I'm not sure if he was in the squad for Croatia, but yeah, I mean, at least for today, he turned up, got the win for. Oh yeah, he was at the Euros. Oh yeah, he did score. I forgot against Albania. But yeah, Kramaric, obviously good. Obviously 9.7 rating on FootMob. Yeah, and as for Holstein Kiel, tough luck. The fact that you returned to the Bundesliga again, someone who wasn't good at Leicester City scoring a hat trick. But I mean, it's just one game. Well, obviously for everyone, it's one game in the Bundesliga. Yeah. So, I mean, good start for Hoffenheim.
Yeah, Mainz 1, Union Berlin 1, man. Good result for Union Berlin on the road. And for Mainz, man, not a great result for them. And yeah, this is a pretty even game. And yeah, that goal from Union Berlin, man, that was a great goal there. Great soul effort. It was like I just realized both goals were bangers. One was a free kick and one was another regular play. But yeah, both goals were fantastic goals on today. But yeah, a draw is probably a fair result. Would you agree?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Probably both.
All right. Yeah. The next up is Leipzig 1 and Bochum 0, man. Very disappointing for Leipzig, man. I mean, Bochum isn't really that great of a team, and the fact they struggled to beat Bochum is kind of sad. And to be fair, though, they did go down to 10 men, but still, like, the red card happened in the 85th minute. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Are you concerned with Leipzig this season? Because, like, I Leipzig in this game, because this is kind of a concerning.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one game, so maybe if you want to say it's reflective of when Newcastle played Southampton, one man down and still win the game. So yeah, I mean, the result is good. Maybe performance wasn't that great, but yeah, I mean, it's the result that matters for them.
Yeah, that's true. And Brian Gittins, man, scored to make it 2-0. And yeah, I mean, Brian Gittins, man. Jamie Gittins. He came off the bench to score the 2 goals. And yeah, man, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him getting the brace. Dortmund actually looked good in this game. They actually looked good defensively. And Frankfurt really didn't do anything. I'm sorry. Frankfurt were really bad in this game. Frankfurt really were not great in this game. And I think Dortmund winning was a fair result. But yeah, I think Dortmund needs to, but Dortmund's attack is really underwhelming, which is kind of surprising because usually Dortmund historically are really good defensively. So are really bad defensively, but really good offensively. Now I feel like it's like the other way around nowadays.
Yeah. I mean, the team that I predicted to make the Champions League final, I think probably is a lot better than the team that actually made the Champions League final. But I don't think they'll go for it. Well, maybe they can make round 16 whatever in the Champions League, but I don't think they'll lightning won't strike twice, in my opinion. As the Champions League prediction god, it's only major tournaments and UCL I can cook. So for Dortmund, good result for them. For Frankfurt, yeah, not great. And they're in the Europa League, so I don't know. I don't think they'll struggle, Frankfurt, handling 2 games. I don't know. I don't think Frankfurt will do anything like majorly significant, like win a trophy or like be in the top 4 or 5 in Germany. I don't think they're that good now. Since that,
I think that
win.
Yeah, I think the first goal for Gittins was great. And then this game, man, Wolfsburg 2, Bayern 3. Very unconvincing from Bayern. Not a great result for not a good win for them. They got the win though, it's important, but man, Meyer getting the goals there. And then Kim Min-jae, man. Kim Min-jae was awful. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this, but maybe Bayern have to move on from Kim Min-jae. Because the guy is just he was just error prone. He made a terrible mistake for the second goal. And yeah, Meyer getting the brace there. And yeah, Bayern, man, they got the win though. They showed character. Gnabry getting the goal. Bayern did have to come back, Kane, But yeah, I just think for Bayern Munich, man, they defensively, I'm really concerned with this team. Do you agree? I think defensively is their weakest point.
Yeah, I mean, Neuer, he announced his retirement. I feel like by the end of this season, or even this season, I think he should. I feel like it is time to hang up those gloves. I don't think he's. Oh, Neuer's obviously still one of the best of all time, but yeah, I think Bayern have to probably start adjusting that defense. Kind of good that they still kept Davies, even though he wasn't that great. But yeah, defensively, I said Bayern would win the Bundesliga, and maybe I'm a bit. Well, it's only one game, and they did win, so we'll see. But yeah, not well. The result they got was what they wanted, a win. But how they did it, yeah. As for Wolfsburg, meh, I don't know. Nothing much really to say on them. I don't think they're similar to Frankfurt. They won't get relegated, but I don't expect them to be like wow type of team this season, like how Stuttgart or Leverkusen were.
Yeah.
If there's a team, I'll probably say Freiburg.
Yeah, Grabera, man, he's actually been a good goalkeeper for them. He made 6 saves on the day. Maybe he's better than Castiles. And yeah, and the Mayor obviously getting the brace there from 2 goals from him. So yeah, I remember him in the Euros. Yeah. Then the final game we got here is St. Pauli 0, Heidenheim 2. St. Pauli, man, this is a very sad result for them. You know, their first game back in the Bundesliga for some time, and they just lost. I mean, it was kind of expected, to be fair, but it's a bit disappointing how they lost this game. But yeah, shout out to Heidenheim for getting the 2 goals, and yeah,
very relegation looking like teams, and Heidenheim are in the Conference League. So yeah, I mean, good result for Heidenheim. As for St. Pauli, it's been a few long time for them to be back in the Bundesliga. Not the result they wanted, but yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just the first game back for them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I do think
actually,
likely relegated.
Yeah, actually, I want to ask you this question real quick before we move on to the next league. Do you think Dortmund will be part of the title race this year, or still no?
I still think it will be the 2 obvious picks at the moment. Maybe Dortmund 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
If maybe Freiburg can just keep momentum and actually finally perform in a league season, that would be great. Maybe I think Freiburg's probably my Bundesliga team, even though I don't really watch Bundesliga. But yeah, hopefully Freiburg does well. And they play Bayern next, so that's a good test for them.
Yeah, maybe we. Yeah, you had some comments. Oh, wait. Okay? I don't know what's going on with the audio. Okay, I think it's better now. Okay, but yeah, we had some. So you guys were chatting about the Pogba versus KDB. Yeah, we should maybe have the debate, guys. That could be an interesting debate. We'll save it for next month, obviously. Absolutely not. Yeah, remember Pogba. Pogba's more. Yeah. Pogba should he have gone to going back to United was a big mistake. But yeah, let's read comments relevant to this second. This Harry Kane contributed to Bayern Munich winning. Last season they would have lost that. Probably. They played better than last year's. Played last year's, 2 big decisions. It was too long ago when Sahin was a young player for Borussia Dortmund. Wait, who is Sahin?
Nuri Sahin, the Dortmund manager.
Oh yeah! Wow.
Now he's the manager because Terzic is no longer there. So.
Oh yeah. Wow, interesting. For France, Frankfurt fell off after they won the Europa League win. Kim and Jay is good. He carried Napoli alone. Who's declines worse after winning the Europa League recently? Sevilla or Frankfurt? Okay, that's actually a good question. I'd probably say Sevilla.
Thankfully, Sevilla.
Yeah.
Because everyone doesn't like Sevilla.
Along Kim and Jay. I mean, Umar kind of was decent today. I don't think he was that bad. Well, he's back. Who's going to place nowhere? Mendy, Kepa, Bravo. None of those 3 are placing. Let's with Bayern. Lol. Replacing nowhere will be a hard task for Bayern. Yo, no race, no party. I think Leverkusen will win back-to-back Bundesliga titles. Albert, what party? The Bayern is clearly better. KDB stats-wise. All right, now let's move on to the next league, man. Next league we got here, it is Serie A. Then we'll move on we'll talk about Ligue 1 real quick, and then I guess we'll wrap it up. We probably won't have time to do the other leagues. Maybe next week we'll probably talk about the other leagues, but for this one we're not gonna have time, unfortunately. Yeah, the round 1, man.
Round 1.
Yeah, Atalanta won 4-0 away against Lecce as expected. So shout out to Atalanta and Juventus, man. They won 3-0 against Como, man. Juventus, man. Timothy Weah, man. Glad to see him play in a proper position, not play as a wing back under Allegri.
And he scored.
Yeah, and he scored.
I think that's his first score as well.
Yeah.
For you.
So, Juventus, man. And the round 2, man. Parma beating Milan, man. Where's Sebastian, man? Let me see if Sebastian's available. I need Sebastian to explain this to me.
Dennis, man, cooked. Let's go. Even though Pulisic scored, but still, Parma obviously won. I think a lot of Romanians and probably myself are probably going to be supporting Parma this season. Obviously, there's other Romanian players like Razvan Marin at, I forgot, Cagliari, or whatever how you pronounce it. But yeah, Parma is probably going to be my Serie A team this season. And the fact that they're technically unbeaten compared to Milan, who 1 point from 6. not great for Milan.
Yeah, Milan, man, looking really bad. And defensively, Milan are really shaky. Tamori, Tamori stocks have gone down. Tamori stocks have ever since he won the league title. Tamori's not been the same since. Pavlovich, the guy at Calabria, and guys, we all talk about Lucas Hernandez being one of the best left backs in the world. Guys, Lucas Hernandez is terrible defensively. He's not good defensively whatsoever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a bit of a concern for Milan this season. And I knew Milan, and also crazy. Why did Milan sell Kalulu to Juventus? They're rivals. Milan, man, very disappointing, man. Very disappointing for them. Defensively, not good enough. Their attack is decent, but man, I mean, this team, man, they need a proper striker. I think that's a big issue with this Milan team is that they still don't have that striker, and Morata's injured, so that's bad for them, man. They have no clinical presence, and I'm sorry, I don't really rate Okafor like that. So for me, striker and defense are the big issues for Milan this season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's not great. Oh, and Zion Suzuki, Valentin Mahala, Dennis Mann, Parma. Hopefully, maybe not Europe, but hopefully at least not get relegated, please.
Yeah, and I believe Parma is like one of the newly promoted teams, right?
Yeah,
quickly, right?
Even though they have a lot of history historically as a club, even though it's like a Phoenix-ish club. Oh, there was Udinese, Lazio before that, but yeah. But Inter won, as expected.
Yeah. All right, Inter 2, Lecce 0. I mean, to be fair, it's expected. Inter got the win. Darmian scoring the goal there, and Chalanahu scoring the penalty. And Inter, as I said, man, looking good. Taremi, man. I believe this is Taremi's debut. So shout out to Mehdi Taremi for getting the goal assist there. And yeah.
Inter, top of the league, technically. Well, it's already started. until Juve win. Please. If Juve win, then I can be a little bit more confident in my pick of Juve doing something this season.
Yeah, shout out to Genoa, man, for getting the win away against Monza. So they got the draw against Inter at home, and now they picked up with the win on the road. So huge win for them on the road. And Genoa, man, I feel like they're one of the more underrated teams in Serie A, man. And oh my jeez, 11 shots, 1 on target.
And they scored.
They scored. So yeah.
And then
yeah.
Udinese. There's one more. There's the Udinese Lazio above.
Oh yeah, we skipped.
That's another shock. Unfortunately for Strasbourg, Steve.
Yeah, I think in terms of top 5 leagues, Serie A has the most surprising results of the top 5 leagues.
Yeah, even Napoli winning earlier was a surprising result. But
we'll get to them in a bit.
Udinese, I mean, probably one of the shocks this week, I guess, because I don't think the Prem really had that many shocks. La Liga, not really. Bundesliga, not really. So maybe both Serie A games, Udinese and Parma, probably had the shocks so far. Maybe Napoli if you want to count that. But yeah, not great overall by Lazio. So we'll see.
Yeah.
As for Udinese, good result. Obviously.
Yeah, and you guys, Lazio are not really. Lazio are terrible on the road. I don't know what's up with them. Their away form is terrible. Their home form is good. Home form is good, but away from home, they're just really bad. And what's crazy? They couldn't even score when they were down in 10 men. It took them until the 95th minute. That's crazy. Yeah. All right, moving on over to the next one we got here is Fiorentina 0, Venezia 0. I mean, this was a Fiorentina. I don't know how Fiorentina didn't win this game. 14 shots, 8 on target. And yeah, I mean, Venezia, man, good result for them. But man, Fiorentina, man, they're just not clinical enough.
Yeah.
So
if only they won a Conference League.
Yeah. The Torino 2, Atalanta 1, man. This is a bit of a surprise, man.
I've just realized, Yeah,
and Atalanta had a chance to equalize in the stoppage time, but Pasalic missed the penalty. Great set there from Milinkovic-Savic. And yeah, Che Adams, man. Do you remember Che Adams with Southampton? He actually scored. Man, I remember him in the Euros. He was terrible. And then
That's
Illich got the goal. And Rettega get the goal. So, like, Atalanta even took the lead, but they weren't able to hold on. Torino were able to do it, man. Torino's like one of those teams that could always get a result at home.
Yeah.
I think they're a good home team. So,
yeah. But another shock. Despite winning 4-0 the other day, they lost 2-1. So, Serie A is quite open. Well, until Inter actually pulls away. Or Juve. Juve, Hellas Verona are the only teams technically with 100% record till they play each other.
Oh my jeez, Roma, man.
I don't know. And look at the XG. 2 each, basically. So Empoli actually performed. 27 shots, 7 on target for Roma. 27.
Oh my.
27.
Yeah. Oh my. This is crazy, man. Look at Empoli, 14 shots, 4 target, 27% possession. Nah, man. That's crazy, man. And Roma, man. I'm very disappointed in Roma. I feel like it's such an idiot for bringing them to get fourth. Now I don't know if they're gonna get fourth.
I think they haven't won yet this season. But look, Endrick, the La Liga's top goal scorer.
Shamordov, man. At least he got a goal.
Yeah. But wasn't enough. The only goal after 27 shots.
Roma's issue is definitely that attack. That attack is really bad.
Yeah.
So, and then Napoli 3, Bologna 0, man. So Napoli, man, wow, what a win! But if you guys actually look at this game, guys, look at the stats here, guys. Napoli actually played smart game. They sit back a transition and hit Bologna in the counterattack, and that's what made Napoli win the game. So, very good games planned from Conte. Kvaratskhelia had a good game. Romara, Di Lorenzo.
Yeah, at least now Napoli, maybe the first game was a bit okay. Have to change it up.
Maybe it was like a wake up call.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, probably a little bit of an overreaction from last week, but let's see. I mean, Bologna are Champions League club technically, so yeah, now a good result for Bologna. I forgot if they won the other day, the first game, but yeah, good result obviously for Napoli.
Remember Napoli also signed. Remember Napoli also signed Lukaku. That's going to be interesting to see how he does. Do you think Lukaku's going to succeed?
How many Serie A clubs is Lukaku going to play for? At some point he'll play for Parma or Como.
Yeah, so what do you think? Do you think Lukaku will succeed at Napoli, or you're not sure?
I mean, maybe he's better than Raspadori, maybe. But we'll see.
He should be. He should be better than Raspadori. Yeah, we're going to talk about this next weekend, guys. We'll talk about Cagliari versus Como.
If Juve win,
Hellas Verona, that's going to be a tough game. Hellas Verona is a tough team, guys. They're not an easy team.
Well, they beat Napoli, yeah. Actually, both of these teams won 3-0 the first game. So, but if Juve win, at least for now, it's super early, but maybe they can actually do what I just said. They can cook. They could cook.
Guys, and I believe next weekend, guys. Next weekend, Serie A is going to be crazy. Look at the next weekend Serie A games. Yeah, I think we got some big games next weekend.
No, not AC, but there's a big one I know. Or Roma, I think.
Inter Atalanta on Friday. Lazio Milan. The Juventus Roma. Oh, geez. We're going to have some big games incoming. Man, it's going to be interesting. And guys, remember, guys, we have our prediction contest. So join the prediction contest community tab. I put a community tab post on Thursday, and you guys can predict there what you guys think the score is going to be. I picked like the best games from each of the top 5 leagues. So it's going to be interesting because, so I'm going to have to, one of the games is going to be missed out, unfortunately. I wonder which one.
If you go 3-3 in the first 3, I think I'm going to cook this year.
Yeah.
You
All right.
actually.
All right. Now we're gonna talk about our. Let's look at the comments and we're gonna look at our final league. I know it's your favorite league tonight item. I know you're waiting for it. So
League
yeah.
One. Well, League One.
All right, let's look at the comments. So where are we? Stat
Yeah,
wise, Serie A. I gotta go, man. Low. Peace, guys. All right, see ya. George Weah's son over Lily Thurham's son. No,
I mean, Weah is technically the best American player now because of what he. Well, I don't condemn violence, but probably the reason why the best U.S. manager is widespread. But yeah, Milan.
Yeah, they're washed. Joris the stream. Bloke's still showing up. I'll get Red Milan. Parma 17 team in the late 90s. Inter better. Good night.
Yeah.
What about Kalulu? He went to Juventus. One Italian player that in Milan started. That's crazy, man. One Italian player. I prefer not to speak, but I speak on big trouble. That's what I'm going to say. Went to Juventus. Milan should have appointed Fonseca. It's a bit too early. We'll see. I mean, Pioli had to go, man. Pioli's a terrible coach. I'm sorry. So he had to go.
Yeah. But at least he won a trophy
there. Yeah, what happened to Venice there? I guess he felt
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. Back to like Serie A ties. They should. Was this Darmy doing wing back? He's old. I think Inter will have a strong season. Lazio mid. And Mobley left Lazio before I got a girlfriend at GTA 6. Wow. Friedrich's goal scoring is still a problem. The best midfield player is Venezia right now. Mr. San Gonzalez. Why didn't Adams do Euros? Chance to stay to Birmingham City. Scotland no attack. Roma also mid. Wow, Roma. Should Beloved take the Saudi move? Nope. So McTominay's the best attacker somehow. Oh yeah, Napoli's gonna sign McTominay, I heard.
The GOAT.
Remember, Scott McSauce.
Now, okay, there might be a convo that Napoli could win Serie A if he signs.
Yeah, Roma should go for the Europa League and Opa Italia even more. Good question, Albert. Can't wait to see Lukaku Napoli. Napoli got the goal difference out the negatives. Napoli finished second/third. No, I don't.
If they get McGoldtony, then probably first.
For real though, I don't think Napoli's going to compete for the title. I think fourth is at best.
I think it's going to be Inter Juve. Knock on wood. Hopefully Juve, please.
Yeah. Do you think Napoli is like fourth max? It's fourth max, right?
For what?
Napoli.
Unless they sign the GOAT, McGoldtony, then maybe the season they had before where they won the league. Imagine Cavalier, Scalia with McGoat.
Well, you lost Yeah, I can't wait to see Gilmore and Napoli too. That's Hellas 3-3 events they come in. This could be events 11-12 season. Milan really fell off to win Serie 2011, 2021, 2020. How Liga not top 5 they might be, but they're not a top league. It's basically doing the Dragon League with the top 4. Liga on its tongue showing Dragon. Mats, I know you're trying to advocate for Portugal, but I'm sorry, man. It's not what I believe. It's what UEFA thinks, okay? I'm going by UEFA thing, okay, man? So Liga is a top 5 league. You're just going to have to accept it, man. So I'm sorry to say, Mats.
At least Porto or joint top. And they play Sporting next weekend. Hopefully
that's not true. Sorry, Albert John. There's a 29 AFCON world class. Napoli McTominay. What the? Why does Conte want McTominay? Napoli one season wonder, to be honest. Man said McGoat. I think Conte just wants McTominay for goal scoring. That's the only reason I can see it. Otherwise, there's no reason.
I mean, he scored at the Euros. So
yeah, that's true. All right, guys. So the final league we're gonna do here, guys. We're not gonna have time for the other leagues. Maybe next weekend we'll try, but not today. We're gonna go over the games. So we're gonna start with the first game we got here. It is by round. Was there any games Monday? Nope, there wasn't. Okay, round 2. So PSG, they won 6-0 against Montpellier, as expected. And all 6 goal scorers. 6 different goal scorers, man. Well, actually, so 5 different goal scorers. Barcola. I don't know. What do you think with PSG now? Do you think Mbappe was kind of an issue for PSG in the sense? Because now it feels like this team is more fluid, more dynamic. Like you can see more players stepping up.
Yeah, maybe. This could be a good season for PSG without the second GOAT. But yeah, I think, well, you see Barcola taking up Mbappe's, we call this, position, scored 2 goals. So maybe, Barcola could actually, he could be a very good player this season now that there's no Mbappe and kind of no pressure on Barcola. I feel like there's not really much pressure on him. And Dembele, even though he didn't score, got 2 assists, I think it is. So yeah, obviously good performance. Montpellier, if this was 10 years ago when they won the league, but now it's actually 12 years ago. Yeah, they could be be relegated. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to João Neves, man. João Neves has been a really good sign for PSG. It's been a really good sign. The guy has been amazing. 4 assists, I think, for him in 2 games. I mean, crazy, man. And the guy is like, I think, 18 years old. 19 years old. That's insane, man. João Neves, such a big signing. Yeah. Then, moving on. We got Lyon 0, Monaco 2. Monaco scored 2 late goals. And, Lyon, man, just disappointing, man. Just disappointing. Although I will say, though, Lyon, I think, were a bit kind of unlucky because Lyon didn't even have a single shot on target. Yeah, this was just pure domination.
I mean, Monaco, at least keeping up 6 points out of 6. The team I'm backing to win Ligue 1. So good start, at least, for them.
Yeah, Lille 2, Angers 0. Shout out to Lille for getting the win. Munir scored, and then obviously Bayo scored. And Angers, man, not good enough. And of course, they're probably one of the teams in the relegation zone. And shout out to Ethan Mbappe, man. Mbappe's brother, man. Mbappe's brother. So,
well, technically Mbappe. So Mbappe, not that great from him, but she'll stay at PSG.
Saint Etienne 0, Le Havre 2. Man, I was hoping Saint Etienne could do something here, but they're a newly promoted team, and Le Havre got the win there, 2-0 win on the road, and so shout out to Le Havre for getting the win, but disappointing for Saint Etienne.
Yeah,
they're probably. I hope Saint Etienne doesn't get relegated. Lens 2, Stade Brest 0. So Lens got the win, man, and Stade Brest, man, it was just tough.
5-1 loss last week. Now 2-0 loss. I think, not great. Road. And they're in the Champions League. So, and just based on 2 games.
Yeah, dude, 9 shots. Yeah, Lens, man, maybe they could be a sleeper team this season.
Yeah,
the Lens 2, Auxerre 0. Yeah, not surprising there. Auxerre went down to 10 men. Lens got the win. So
probably get relegated. Probably both teams actually. They're not both good.
Yeah. Nice won, Toulouse won. Shout out to Toulouse for getting the draw there. And this was an even game. Even game, I would say.
Yeah, it was nice not to lose.
Yeah. It was a pretty even game, I would say. Yeah, and then finally moving to Strasbourg 3, Rennes 1. I'm sure Steve is going to be happy with this one. And this is a big one for Strasbourg, man. And kind of a surprise, too. I did not expect Rennes to lose this game.
Yeah, so, I mean, unbeaten after 2 games for Steve's team. So I guess from his end, he'll be happy. As for Rennes, not that great from them. And I think that's also 1 point out of 6, maybe. But not great. Because
they actually won the first game. 3-0.
Against Lyon, So not that great from Rennes in terms of obviously they lost. And look, Lyon are bottom. And Brest.
And then Marseille 2, Reims 2. Shout out to Marseille.
Shout out to MG.
MG, man, still scoring, and Reims, man, getting a draw in the round.
Is he the top goal scorer now in Ligue 1? Because I think the other day won yesterday or whatever.
Let's see. Let's look at the stats. Let's look at the players. The top scorer is Brock Carla. Oh my GC's joint top scorer.
Oh God. And what goals and assists? Well, second, but yeah,
John Neves is first, thankfully. I mean,
yeah,
look at this table right here, man. Look at this table right here. So PSG obviously top. They're probably most likely to win the league. Monaco, Marseille probably there. Lens, Lille, and then Rennes, man. Very disappointing from them, man. The relegation zone, man. I just hope
yeah.
Saint Etienne don't get relegated. I think Angers. I don't think. Yeah, and then Angers, I think will struggle. Like Havre potentially Auxerre. Do you think Saint
Could
Etienne will survive?
I mean, they play Brest, and Brest aren't that good right now. So maybe if Saint Etienne win, then maybe it can give them a boost. Because they haven't scored yet in the league. Saint Etienne. As for Brest, yeah, not good going into a Champions League campaign by losing 2 games and conceding 7-2. And they play team in the relegation zone, sort of, in Saint Etienne. And Lyon as well. Not great. Not great.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, man. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Let's look at your guys' final comments. So next weekend, guys, we'll go through the other leagues. Because Matt's is actually telling me there's a Porto versus what is it called? Benfica. Sporting versus Porto next weekend. So that's a big game. We'll definitely talk about that.
Well, Porto will win.
So yeah. Let me put the timestamp there. So I think we discussed about league on probably like an hour and 30, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here. So let me look at your final comments. We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I'm not saying Ligue 1's the fifth best, but I'm not saying it's a top. I'm saying it's not a top league. Right? This PSG hype is ridiculous. Porco might get Player of the Season award. People hyping up PSG for the first 2 League 1 games. They'll win the Champions League. Yeah, dude, this is not comparable to the Champions League. This is not.
Oh yeah.
Ligue 1 is the top league until after COVID. Lyon are washed. Ethan and Mbappe were killing Mbappe. Yeah, no. Will Lens ever be in the Champions League again? They could. They could. I mean, because Ligue 1 now is like 3. Yeah, I think they're in the Conference League playoffs.
Who have Brest?
Yeah. Yeah, you. We could check out FootMob actually real quick. Okay, let's check out FootMob real quickly. I think they've signed some players. I just don't remember the names off my head.
Yeah, and well, they're not doing quite well. Strikers need breastfeeding.
Yeah. All right. So you guys could look at the signs they made here.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that great when you look at it from there. Yeah. Maybe you can say. I don't know, because most of them are on loan, I think, right?
Yeah, most of them are loans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next week, Spring versus Porto. Both clubs have won all the games so far. I only can see one goal collectively. Camera Lens. Mustafa Mohamed needs to leave Nantes. Okay. Moses Simon should leave Nantes too. He should now be named. Just get PSG the title now. League on title. Imagine Newcastle PSG owners. Yeah. Would you want PSG's owners? 10 item.
I mean, Saudi owners or Qatari owners. I mean, yeah.
The strikers. Okay, I don't think I should read that comment. SPL is a top league, but UEFA is more about money. I'm going slow. All right, so I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Okay, last comment from
Damn.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to make note. Let me actually take note of this. So let me write this down. So Sporting, yeah, we're gonna discuss that next weekend. Sporting versus Porto, and Feyenoord versus Ajax.
Hopefully, Porto win. I don't know, Ajax win. Hopefully.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to discuss those games, and if there's any other games we should discuss next weekend that are not in the top 5 leagues, let me know. We'll do a quick segment for those games. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna round up here, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. Please run a like and subscribe on your way out. How many likes were on today's stream? Let's see. Hope we could get up to 10 likes at least. I don't think we quite reached 15, but can we at least reach 10? 9 likes, man. Come on, let's try to at least get 10 before round up. Yeah, so let's. I'll wait a few minutes, and then we'll wrap it up here. Yeah, because next week is the last one before international break, so I think it's fair we go into a bit more detail for that one.
Yeah.
So, Yeah, let's see. Let me see. Let me refresh again. Maybe we'll reach 10 likes. Let's see. Yes, we did reach 10 likes. So that's good. That's good. Hopefully more people watch on the replay and get those likes up. I wanted to get a 15, but 10 is still good. Anyway, so hope you guys did enjoy. Please remember to like and subscribe. There will be time subscription below for you guys. In fact, I already got the timestamp. So once the stream ends, timestamps will be there. Anyways, I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out. Yeah, there are AFCON qualifiers soon. Yeah, hopefully. All right, peace. And remember to subscribe to Tended Items channel. So, yeah. I'll leave a link in the description below.